Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Ace and I've got some more Torchlight 2 here for you. This time I have a video for you that shows the very last boss fight in the current beta of Torchlight 2. This is basically the last boss that you can actually access before you get sent back to your home base, if you like to call it, your enclave, I believe it's called, or the enclave. And if you want to progress any further, it basically tells you, well, you can't, and thank you for playing the beta. So this is the very last boss that you can actually fight, a proper main boss. There are of course a lot of mini bosses in the game, and this boss is pretty damn hard. There's a lot of AoE damage going, and as you can see, I am playing as an engineer, and I am joined by a very good friend of mine, and she is also playing an engineer, and we are doing our best here to try to learn the mechanics of the fight as we go along, because this is on veteran, which is basically the hard version, or the hard difficulty level, if you can call it like that. And this is the very first time we actually encountered this boss. We had no retries. This is the very first attempt as two engineers trying to get this boss down. And we figured two main things directly at the very beginning of this match. One, we are going to die at some point, there's no question about it, because there is so much damage going on just from the main boss itself. So much AoE damage, it's ridiculous. As you can see, there's like basically lasers coming from the sky, and there's no real way to avoid them, but you can move out of the way, and explosions everywhere. And on top of that, there are a lot of ads that run wild. As you can see, big ads, small ads, and even certain ads that look like basically demon tentacle creatures. They have a certain skill that is very similar to the glaive, I believe it's called, of the Outlander, and it does bounce a bit around. It does a lot of damage, especially when you have multiple of these creatures using it at the same time. It's really annoying and it really hurts, and this is why me and my friend are trying to basically keep our protective shields going. And unfortunately she was more built for damage, but I was a little bit more built for tanking and doing a lot of burst damage. And I do have a little bit of a weird build, as you can see, because we were not able to respec before this fight, because otherwise I would have respec'd into a cannon, and I am using the cannon at some points during this fight, and it does seem to work a lot more effective than any two-handed weapon I can use. Even though a two-handed weapon does a lot of damage, it's just that there's too much stuff going on during this fight. A lot of ads, a lot of AoE damage, so you want to keep your distance to be as safe as possible. And a lot of tentacles as well, and it is a very fun fight. It is the last fight of the beta, so I did expect something huge, and it does look kind of huge. There's gigantic tentacles in the middle that sometimes just smack upon the ground. As you can see, there's just this main mystic, either male or female boss that grows into this, or at least gets this aura that looks very dangerous. You don't want to mess with that. She does have a lot of health, and we do try to keep as much damage on her as possible, but as you can see, we do have to keep running away from all these ads. And lucky enough for me, the engineer has a very potent AoE stun skill that also does damage over time. As you can see, if there's fire under my feet and I jump up like a very angry child, basically, I have used that skill, and it's one of my favorite skills, because you can actually combo it quite nicely with other skills as well and do a lot of AoE burst damage. Unfortunately, you can't stun bosses with it. You can stun certain mini bosses with it, but the boss, in fact, is not actually my main concern during this fight. The main concern that I had were the ads, and I do focus as much as I can on the boss, but if you don't get those ads down, you will find yourself dying quite a bit. But dying doesn't really matter in this game, assuming you do have some people backing you up, because you can actually, assuming you also have money, because as you can see here, I do have a lot of money available for me to be able to die a few times. You can directly get back into the fight, assuming your friends or your team members don't die as well. I have no clue if it actually respawns. I believe that if you are quick enough, you can get into the game. But there's also no penalty, as you can see, besides you have to pay that money to be able to get back into the fight. Or you can just choose to flee if you are certain that you can't beat the fight because you're not strong enough or not geared enough yet. And there's a lot of gear available, and this game is bloody brilliant. It's so amazing, just for such a such a cheap price. I can't even pronounce the words anymore. This is how excited I am about this game. And I will cover a lot more gameplay, maybe from the engineer may be from any other class. I am planning to cover every class, so don't worry about that. But I'm also thinking about covering the skills that are available currently in the beta. And things will be added along the way, and I will try to keep you guys up to date with it, because I'm really going to enjoy this game. I will be doing a full playthrough, as some of you may know already, when this game goes live. So if you are looking forward to this game, let me know. If you want to see something specific that I may or may not be able to cover, let me know as well in the comments below, or either on one of my pages that you can visit, the Twitter or of course the Facebook. Links should be in the description box. And otherwise I just say make sure to subscribe or stay subscribed, just so you can be up to date when a new Torchlight video comes out. And as you can see, we have saved the dragon, because that's basically the reason why you want to fight these bosses. They are taking over guardians and you would like to save them, which is ironic, but that might just be me. I'll catch you guys next time.